bakal. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Mpbl na! Mpbl na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Mpbl na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Mpbl na! Mpbl na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Mpbl na! Yan ang liga ng...
Itong manalo ng mga teams sa maglalaro sa ating pangalawang game dito sa Inares Center in Antipolo City, Rizal. We will be featuring the defending champions, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, who will be looking to be led by Enzo Serrano, who had a horrible performance from the field in their first game against the Rizal Golden Coolers. Joe Gomez de Leano, meanwhile, will be looking to lead Marikina, their first victory in 3 games. He had 19 points in their last match against the Abra Weavers. Once again, it's the Pampanga Giant Lanterns looking to get their first victory against Marikina, who is also looking to get their first victory of the season. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Javi Palanya here, joined by Coach Juanito Gregorio. Now, Juanito, considering that both of these teams are coming off losses, ang Marikina 0-2 na, how do you like the chances of Marikina against a Pampanga team, the defending champions, who are looking to get their first victory of the season? Remember, they haven't lost since last year's regular season.
You know, Marikina is a team that will always fight whoever is in front of them. You see the talent base, you see the energy of every individual, and slowly but surely they are able to compete in this competition. But you know, Pampanga will be also going back here in the game with a lot of with better adjustments in this game. So it's going to be a very exciting game dito sa harap natin.
The fire is burning for these two teams as they seek their first victory of the season. Unahin na natin pag-usapan ang Marikina, of course, now headed by former assistant coach Raisal Castro. And you know, Marikina, they kept the game against Abra very competitive just until the very end. But every time Marikina had threatened to come back close, Abra just always had an answer for them. Joe Gomez de Leano, as I mentioned, was their top scorer once again in this match. He had 19 points on 6 out of 9 shooting, but it just wasn't enough against this very loaded Abra Weaver squad.
Well, you look at the team of Marikina, this is a team that can score. They scored 85 points in that last game. They made 10 3-pointers. They were 42%, which is still a pretty high clip in terms of their field goals, but they have to be able to adjust defensively. They were not able to make a lot of stops. They were not able to get a lot of rebounds, and those are the types of things they have to adjust on in this game, especially going up against a much taller Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
Well, let's see how Coach Raisal Castro has prepared his team to adjust against the defending champions here tonight tawid naman tayo sa kabilang panig. Let's talk about Pampanga, who did not play with reigning MVP Justin Baltazar in their first game against Rizal. They did bring in new players like Brandon Ramirez and Renz Alcoriza. Jeff Viernes was also in the roster for that game. He had 9 points in that match, but Encho Serrano greatly struggled in that match. Kevin Santos had a good game, just wasn't enough as Rizal used a strong second half to be able to dispose of the defending champions despite Pampanga being up by 19 points at the start of that game.
You know, having looking at Pampanga, this is still one of the deepest teams in terms of talent, but in that last game, they are not able just to be comfortable with each other yet in the first ball game of the season. Look at that field goals, only 35% for one of the best offensive teams in the Mpbl, only 5 of 25 for a team that relies heavily on the three-pointer. So marami pa silang kailangan matutunan, but you see the talent level. Balti is not yet there. Kurt Rayson is showing out good to start the season. Jeff Viernes is holding the ball a lot, which means they have a deeper talent level this year, except they just have to learn how to play with each other.
Well, let's discuss first ito si Enzo Serrano, who really struggled in that game. He was 3 out of 15 from the field, only 6 points in that game. He did have 5 rebounds and 6 assists, but having Balti out of that lineup, he really needs to step up to the plate and have more production.
You know, Encho Serrano, without Balti, could have been the MVP, and they were talking about it in that last game. But to start the ball game, it was just not the best of ball games para dito kay Encho Serrano. New teammates, new team, same system. But of course, you have to be able to put in the puzzle. And the puzzle is not yet set para dito sa Pampanga. But the good thing is, that is the first game of the season. So for Encho Serrano to be able to adjust this game, this will be very, very deadly para dito sa Pampanga.
So adjustment is the key word here for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns as they look to win back-to-back titles this year. Pero syempre, kailangan muna nila manalo ng kanilang unang game. Encho Serrano is at courtside with Miss Mika Besamis.
Maraming salamat. Encho, bago ang lahat, gusto ko muna kayo kamustahin. Kamusta kayo pagkatapos ng Rizal game?
Yun lang. Siguro nag-move-on lang kami dun sa first game namin, and siguro mas nag-effort kami sa training and nag-usap-usap kami na siguro yun yung tamang way na itong season na to, na itong team namin na hindi na kami yung pinakamalakas, so lahat malalakas na, yun nga. So yung first game namin malaking tulong sa amin kasi parang yun na yung pampagising sa amin.
Encho, ang isang gusto ko pa malaman, kumusta kayo sa backcourt, yung tandem nyo ni Jeff tsaka ni Kurt, magkakasama na kayo on the floor?
Yun, kailangan lang namin na sanayin pa namin yung isa't isa kasi lahat kami halos scorer. So, kailangan namin may mag-give way para i-set up yung mga teammates namin. So, yun nga. Talagang pinag-aandaan pa namin, and yung kasi ngayon lang kami nagsama-sama talaga. So, sana itong mga darating na games namin mas makilala pa namin yung bawat isa.
Encho, ang Pampanga fans, hindi kayo sinusukuan. Anong gusto mo sabihin sa kanila?
Sa lahat ng mga Kapampangan na sumusuporta sa amin, dakal na dakal pong salamat kay kayo, and eda kayo po biguan, and gawan mi po yung best me para kay kayo pong Kapampangan.
Maraming salamat, Encho Serrano. It's gonna be Pampanga versus Marikina. Miguel Pere, take it away.
A very good evening once again to everybody, and welcome to the second game of our Monday triple header here at Inares Center in Antipolo City. It's Marikina versus Pampanga on the 2024 Buenas Manny Pacquiao's Mpbl Season 6, presented by Extreme. Live on the official Mpbl Facebook page, YouTube channel, MPTV Signal Channel 98, MPTV Channel 53 on satellite, and Pilipinas Live app. Here are the starters. First, for Marikina Shoemasters. Starting at guard, number 6, Eloy 10. At center, number 17, Gama Evangelista. At forward, number 22, R.R. Casajeros. Also at forward, number 7, Andre Ibliani. And the other guard, number 3, Joe Gomez Eliano. Head coach for Marikina is Rizal Castro. Assistant coaches, John Paul Basilan, Monroe Quesson, Fernando Bunag, and JC Lim. Team managers are Doc Rianji Pioquinto and Leo Correa. Team governor is Reynaldo Punong Bayan. Now, the starting five for the Mpbl defending champions, Pampanga Giant Lanterns, AMG3 Construction. At center, number 8, Jamo Aguilos. At forward, number 15, Renz Alcoriza. Also at forward, number 4, Kevin Santos. At guard, number 13, Kurt Rayson. And the other guard, number 18, Encho Serrano. The Pampanga Giant Lanterns is led by Pedic Di Matulak. Assistant team managers Ronald Dulud and Raymond Guevara. Team consultant is Alan Trinidad. Team owner is Aurelio A.G. Gonzalez III. Referees for this ball game are crew chief Ed Mar.
Our starting five of this game brought to you by Buenas, Eloy Tan, Joe Gomez Del Llano, Gama Evangelista, Mark Igliane, and R.R. Casajeros para sa Marikina. On the side of Pampanga, it's Kurt Rayson, Enzo Serrano, Jamo Aguilos, Kevin Santos, and Renz Alcoriza. Both teams looking to get their first victory of the season. Ang Marikina, wala pang panalo sa dalawang laro, while Pampanga lost their last game, an upset against the Rizal Golden Coolers. Everybody was expecting them to dominate that match after they started that game up ahead by 19 points early, and then Rizal came roaring back in that match, especially in the second quarter. They tied the game at 38 to go into the halftime break, and then they never looked back. Pampanga wasn't able to recover.
It's a very rare loss para dito sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Everybody was stunned, and I was talking to one of the coaching staff. Even they were stunned. They didn't know how to react. They didn't know how to adjust. But now, sabi na sa akin, assistant coach, they are having a better, they have good vibes coming into this ball game. So let's see if that loss will actually push them to better heights in this ball game.
One guy who is looking to bounce back individually in this game is Enzo Serrano, who had 3 out of 15 shooting in that game against Rizal. Was only good for 6 points. He scores the first basket of this game. R.R. Casajeros, well challenged by the defense, missing on the 3-point shot. Rayson looks up. A couple of Letran Knights here in the starting lineup for Pampanga. Jamo Aguilos, our newest addition, starting in lieu of reigning MVP Justin Baltazar, who has yet to see action this season for the defending champs.
That is that's one threat of Pampanga that we will be watching here in today's ball game. Their running game. I'm sure they want to be able to start strong, so they'll be pushing the pace as early as possible itong Giant Lanterns.
Igliane fakes out Santos, leaves it for Joe Gomez Del Llano, short on the finger roll. Kurt Rayson now gets the screen from Jamo Aguilos. Santos, one of their top performers in that game against Rizal, scoring his first bucket of the game.
And so far, they are going inside to Aguilos and Santos. It's going to be the length. That will be their biggest advantage against Marikina. So expect to have a lot of post-action and inside action para dito sa Pampanga.
Santos had a double-double of 11 points and 11 rebounds. An offensive foul is called here against Mark Igliane.
A better defense para sa Pampanga to start. But let's watch their offense early on. They are pounding it inside. Santos and Aguilos are much taller than the bigs of Marikina, so expect them to pound it a lot on the inside.
6-0 start. R.R. Casajeros trying to play the passing lanes there. Almost broke up that play.
Three of the remaining core of Marikina is still going to be on their starting lineup. That's Stan, Gomez De Leano, and Casajeros. These are guys who produced well para dito sa Marikina, but a lot also are going to be lost from this season. No more Felipe Chavez, no more Marwin Dionisio in this lineup. So let's see how these three will step up in the season.
Mix Castellano saves that possession to the wrong man. There's another foul called here against Marikina. Looks like this one is going to go against Eloy Tan.
Foul on number 6, Eloy Tan is first.
6-0 is the score. Shooting foul, so Renz Alcoriza will be shooting 2 free throws here.
You know, Renz Alcoriza, I think, is a really good addition para dito sa Pampanga. His play style is perfect to the way Pampanga plays. So Let's see how they will utilize the talents of Renz Alcoriza.
Alcoriza last year played for the Bulacan Cuyas, but now finds his way to the defending champions camp. Another botched opportunity there by Marikina to score. Not even 3 minutes gone by here in the first quarter.
And so far, so many turnovers para dito sa Marikina to start the ball game. No execution yet for Marikina.
Meanwhile, on the other side, Pampanga has been executing beautifully here. Rayson still has the basketball. Kurt decides to pull up from the free throw line way short. Rayson is arguing that that shot might have been blocked. Our referees will stand their ground and Marikina will have possession. Joe, GDL, the eldest of the Gomez de Liano brothers. Of course, the others are Javi and Juan. Javi playing for the Terra Firma Jeep in the PBA, while Juan still abroad playing professional basketball, I believe, in Japan.
So everybody making a name for themselves. Even Jordi is in the lineup of Ateneo.
And so Serrano extending this Pampanga run to 9 points. Serrano, who only had 6 in that game against Rizal, now has 4 points to begin this match. This fast break of the game is brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. Enzo Serrano, the former LaSalle Green Archer, trying to step up here in this game in lieu of their top man, and Baltazar. We'll take a timeout here. Short break on the floor. Kevin Santos in that game against Rizal, just as I mentioned earlier, he had a double-double of 11 points and 11 rebounds, including a couple of slams. He was 4 out of 7 from the field. Santos did not get a lot of floor burn last year, but because of the absence of Balti, he has gained some playing time here at the start of the season. And many would argue that last year, kind of a bit of a raw talent pa ito si Kevin Santos, but we see here the development as we take a look at Eloy Tan draining that first basket for Marikina.
And going back to Kevin Santos, this guy's young, but you see the potential, you see the ceiling of this guy. Very athletic, good activity para kay Kevin Santos. So Pampanga willing to try and improve this guy to get him to higher heights.
Stopped by the Giant Lanterns. Rayson couldn't hand it off to Alcoriza. Jamo Aguilos, the perfect epitome of if you can't beat them, join them. He played for Bacoor City last year, faced Pampanga in the championship series of the national finals. Just couldn't get to topple them over as Eloy Tan has all of the baskets here for Marikina.
You just gotta love the toughness of Eloy Tan, getting the first 4 points of Marikina, now making the stop on the other end. This guy has been crucial para dito sa Marikina in getting closer here in the first quarter.
Joe, GDL will initiate the offense here for the Shoemasters. Igliane matched up against Kevin Santos. They hand it off. R.R. Casajeros short on the jumper. 5-point lead for Pampanga. Serrano looking inside. Instead gets it to Jamo. Serrano couldn't get his hands on the basketball on that cut. Marikina on the other side, Eloy Tan couldn't extend his personal scoring run, but he gets another steal. So that's 2 already in the game. Joe, still no score.
Oh, those are good shots coming from Joe Gomez de Leano. Those, both his threes are wide open, but you gotta commend Eloy Tan early here. 4 points already and 2 steals, doing it on both ends para dito sa Marikina.
You mentioned earlier na konti na lang ang naging holdovers from last year's squad. And Coach Rizal Castro is expecting guys like Eloy Tan to be able to not just be a vocal leader, but to lead by example.
Yes, and Eloy Tan has been doing that in the first few games of the season para dito sa Marikina. So he has been proving his worth here in the Mpbl. And we are gonna see a lot more Eloy Tan, lalo na dito para sa Marikina.
Alcoriza against the much taller Joe Gomez Del Llano. No problem for the former Bulacan Kuya.
This guy is a born scorer. Renz Alcoriza can score in any way possible. From the fast break or from a half-court set, Renz Alcoriza with a beautiful shot.
X Castellano finding a cutting Sidney Mosqueda. Mosqueda fouled on the shot. He will take 2. This is our Buenas play of the game. Renz Alcoriza fade-away jumper for 2 points.
That's a really good defense coming from Joe Gomez de Liano. Just better offense brought to you by Renz Alcoriza.
Mosqueda makes his first free throw. One of the SGL players of Coach Rizal Castro played almost 4 minutes in their last game against Abra, but did not make any contribution. Now he gets 2 free throws to go. Marikina down by 5, 11-6. Rayson almost got bottled up by the defense. Serrano now. Sidney having the unenviable task of guarding one of the top scorers of the league. That time he is successful.
That's a good stop coming from Marikina.
Igliane, top of the circle, 3. Looks like he has that license to shoot, especially if you leave him that wide open.
You just gotta love the players of Marikina. Everybody is willing to compete, even with the biggest names of the Mpbl. Let's admit it, Marikina does not have the biggest names, but they are able to fight. But for Jmo Eguilos, that will be 1,000 points for him here in the Mpbl, and I think he does deserve to be credited here in the Mpbl.
Kurt Rayson setting up former foe from last year, Jmo Eguilos, now their starting center for the meantime. Jmo Eguilos, the 29th player to achieve 1,000 points here sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Congratulations, Mr. Eguilos. You deserve the game ball.
Jmo Eguilos has been proving to everybody that he is still one of the more stable bigs here in the Mpbl. Has played for a couple of teams, and Jmo Eguilos now finally getting the 1,000 points. Not really known for his offense, but Jmo Eguilos has been scoring inside whenever he is given an opportunity.
Oh, that's just a testament to his longevity and his stability dito sa ating liga. He could have actually already gotten this award last game, but only scored 2 points. It was only a matter of time before he joined the 1,000 points club dito sa ating liga.
Already 29 players joining the 1,000 points club. So talagang unti-unti nang lumalaki at lumalawak ang talent base natin dito sa Mpbl. Everybody's showing out here in the Mpbl.
13-9 is the score. Past the halfway point of this first quarter, Jomel Landayan has now checked in the game for Coach Rizal Castro. Can this be the first basket for Joe? Still no.
He's been trying that angle, that left wing for Joe Gomez de Liano. Been 0 out of 3, but those are all good attempts coming from Joe.
Brandon Ramirez has checked in the game for Pampanga, as well as MJ Garcia and Archie Concepcion. Garcia, who has blossomed throughout the years playing under this Pampanga squad, tangled up with Sidney Mosqueda on that baseline. It looks like Marikina will be meted with a personal.
Very interesting 5 para dito sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns. It's a mix of new players and their veterans of Pampanga. So they'll be putting in Brandon Ramirez, who is one of the best 3x3 players here in the country, and Jeff Viernes, a proven Mpbl superstar, joining a superstar-laden team. So very interesting how Pampanga will make this work.
Ronan Santos also in the game. Archie Concepcion was not aware of the shot clock, could not get that off in time. So that's going to be a violation against Pampanga. There you see Coach Pedic Di Matulak assuming head coaching duties for the meantime here for the Giant Lanterns. Bitug, one of the new players here for Marikina. Castellano receives it outside. A handoff to Landayan. Jomel, a little bit too strong on the three.
A good denial coming from Pampanga, not being able to get that ball inside or even outside of that handoff. Good denial coming from the Giant Lanterns.
Archie Concepcion scoring right there for Pampanga, extending their lead to 6.
You can never give Archie Concepcion that left side because every time you give him that left side, that is his strong side. And more than often, that will be an instant 2 past Pampanga.
Castellano, that's good defense against Brandon Ramirez. Garcia has the height advantage over Jomel Landayan. Santos puts the ball on the deck, leaves it for Ramirez. Back to MJ. Santos spins middle, puts it up. No bounce on the shot, but still 2 free throws para kay Ronan Santos.
Pampanga giving everybody an opportunity to get an attack in that last possession. Santos, Ramirez, Garcia. Finally, Santos will be fouled down low.
You just see how deep this front line is for Pampanga. Kevin Santos comes out, another Santos comes in, and Ronan Santos, who is also a high flyer. He can slam it home, has that length to be able to provide some stops defensively. Ramirez, meanwhile, that wide body may be of use here for Pampanga, could be their, their enforcer this season.
Just this lineup. You have Eguilos, Santos, the other Santos, and also Ramirez. This is already a deep rotation para sa Pampanga. But you have the best Mpbl player in Balti Baltazar yet to play a ball game. This is again going to be a very scary lineup para dito sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
Demigaya throws it away. Santos takes the jumper. Quick trigger is good.
High scoring first quarter from Pampanga. Already 18 points in the first 8 minutes of the ball game.
Just like their game against Rizal, Pampanga off to a good start here against Marikina. Sydney using 2-man game with Demigaya. Mosqueda very aggressive here in this first quarter.
And Mosqueda trying to get that roll, to being that spark plug off the bench. No Eloy Tan inside the court, no Joe Gomez de Leaño. So there has to be someone to step up in terms of scoring. So far, Mosqueda has been that guy para sa Marikina.
Sydney able to sink the first. This is going to be a problem that I'm sure Coach Raisal Castro is slowly trying to address. It's when his starters go to the bench, the second unit comes in, how will they be able to perform and keep their team in the game?
That's a very good question. Sino magsi-step up para dito sa Marikina? That's why I think Coach Raisal is putting Jomel Landayan off the bench. This guy can score, this guy can shoot. So at least there's someone with energy and an offensive threat para dito sa Marikina that's coming off the bench. But how will all the other 4 guys help Jomel Landayan? So far, Mosqueda has been stepping up here in this today's ball game.
Top of the circle trifecta won't work for former Blackwater bossing Archie Concepcion. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Bitug is cutting right there. Landayan instead gives it to Demigaya. Arman hands it off to Jomel. Landayan leans in. Floater is good.
I just love the guards of Marikina. Very slippery. Knows how to read situations. Both Eloy Tan and Jomel Landayan are very good talents para dito sa Marikina.
18-12. 6 puntos sa Kalamangan. Mosqueda just gets that basketball away from Concepcion. And Jomel Landayan on the break. 2 points plus the foul.
7 turnovers already for Pampanga in the first quarter. That has been a problem. That is why Marikina is standing their ground here in the first quarter. Look at that steal by Mosqueda, finding a running Jomel Landayan, getting his 4th point of the ball game. Again, the guards of Marikina playing the biggest difference here in the first quarter.
Parang sinabi lang ni Mosqueda, akin na yan.
You know, I could see him saying that while doing that steal.
Landayan completes a 3-point play. This lead is down to just 3. Jeff Viernes will set up the offense here for Pampanga to possibly take the final shot of the first quarter. Viernes, Mr. 50 points. The kick out. Concepcion blocked by Vitog. Casajeros does not have enough time. Good start for Pampanga, but what a finish to the first quarter for the Marikina
The
Shoemasters.
defensive intensity of Marikina keeping them alive in today's ball game against the former champs. Everybody chipping in. 5 guys playing defense against the bench talents of Pampanga.
18-15 once again the score at the end of the first quarter. That's brought to you by GameX.
Back at the NR Sports Center ng Antipolo for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, sabi ko kay Coach Raisal Castro, sabi ko, Coach, for some reason, takot ang mga strong contenders na makalaban kayo. Parang they share this certain feeling pag kayo ang kalaban at isa na nga dyan, ang Pampanga. Sabi niya, well, I told the boys, ang trademark naman talaga ng Marikina ay defense. Institusyon na yan dito sa Mpbl. So sabi ko, huwag kayong matakot maging matapang sa defense at maging makulit basta within the basketball rules. They saw improvement naman from their loss against Negros versus their game against Abra, but he said, in this game, I reminded them to always think na nandyan si Balti kasi malalaki pa rin sila. J&J.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Well, this is actually the rematch of last year's first round playoff series between Pampanga and Marikina. And you know, tama yung sinabi ni Mika na natatakot yung mga teams, especially the contenders, to face this Marikina team. It's because of their defense.
Oh yeah, this Marikina team has always been tough. You know, this is not an easy team to beat. No big names, yet you're gonna get surprised on how these players play every time they're on the court because they play tough. You know, Jomel Landayan has made a name for himself. Eloy Tan has made a name for himself. Joe Gomez de Leano has made a name for himself. It's because of the toughness of every individual. Dito sa Marikina, you gotta give credits to Coach Elvis last year. You have to give credits to Coach Raisal this year.
Last year, Marvin Jonicio, virtually unknown in the Mpbl, and then now he's playing under one of the contenders in the South Division in the South Cotabato Warriors. Brandon Ramirez will be taking 2 shots here after he was fouled by Mix Castellano. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. For Coach Raisal, I do believe that his quest right now for this year is to find another Marvin Jonicio, another guy who will shine bright dito sa liga na to.
But you know, you look at this team, looks like there are a few who can actually step up in lieu of Marvin Jonicio. You see Jomel Landayan. This guy really produced late. He was not one of the main guards of Marikina to start the season, yet late, para sa Marikina, he stepped up big time, now playing one of the bigger roles for Marikina. You still have Joe Gomez de Leano playing a good first game. So this team can really have different guys to step up this season, but they have to be able to find ways to get wins here in our 2024 season.
Brandon Ramirez trying to impose his will here in the second quarter as you take a look at that floater by Jomel Landayan, pulling Marikina to within 2 points here, but Ramirez trying to extend the lead further.
10 of the 17 points of Marikina coming from 2 of their guards in Eloy Tan and Jomel Landayan. And on the other end, it's been an inside ball game para dito sa Pampanga. Brandon Ramirez, I think it's really 6 points for Brandon.
14-6 ang inside point story natin sa laro na to. Marikina very much in this game, down only 4, 21-17. Casejeros being bothered by Enzo Serrano. You could see it in his face that gusto niya talagang bumawi sa laro na to. Ramirez picks up the loose ball. Ronan Santos on the trail job.
Well, they have to be able to get a lot more fast breaks. They're long, they're quick, they're athletic, but they have not been able to run against the physicality of Marikina.
Landayan setting up the table here. Arman Demigaya setting the screen. Arman from the outside, good line, just could not get it to fall.
Arman Demigaya, he is showing that he also has range, maybe 6'9", 6'10" for this young guy.
If the NBA has Victor Wembanyama, we have Arman Demigaya.
Long, lean, talented. And who knows what this guy can provide para sa Marikina. Marikina surprised us with a lot of people. Marvin Janicia was not playing terrific ball game yet para sa JRU, yet he really steps up big time para sa Marikina. Joe Gomez de Leaño has been in the team B of UP for quite some years. All of a sudden in Marikina, he also explodes. So who knows who's next in line para din sa Marikina Shoemasters.
Yeah, if you're a basketball player who has already come up to the collegiate ranks,
Foul on number 22.
it just means that meron ka ng talent.
That's a second.
It just has to be
Substitutions.
exposed. You just have to be given that kind of opportunity. And when you do get that opportunity, posible talaga na lumabas yung totoong.
Oh yeah, and that's why you gotta love teams like Marikina, not getting big names, but they're able to really napipiga nila yung talento na meron sila sa mga nakukuha nila. And you gotta give credits to the coaches, to the coaching staff, to the management for really trusting these players to compete with the best of them here in the Mpbl.
Only a regular foul called on that last play. Ramirez missing from the outside. Gomez de Leaño nagmamadali dito, leaving it for Escoto. At Sar Uchan, kakapasok lang sa laro na to. 2 points right away.
Good use of the 3 versus 2 advantage there versus Pampanga.
Garcia, the kick out to Serrano. Enzo, one-hand floater. Gets it just below the 3-point line.
Pampanga slowly but surely chipping away, but Marikina just too tough here in the ball game.
6 points in the game for Enzo Serrano. Joe GDL knocks that down.
Finally, a 3 for Joe Gomez de Leaño, missing his first 3 off that left wing, but on the 4th try, Joe GDL will finally get his 3.
Marikina is 2 out of 11 from the outside. Meanwhile, Pampanga has yet to hit from the outside. Before that shot by Enzo Serrano, that's 5 straight points coming from him.
Naririnig talaga tayo ng mga players. Javi, binanggit mo daw, wala pa silang outside shot, and they rely heavily on that 3. Now, Enzo Serrano finally getting it from that corner.
9 puntos sa laro na to for Enzo Serrano. This 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. All the time in the world right there for Enzo Serrano to launch it from the great beyond. It's 28-22. A lob inside, Egilos, binaba pa. 2 guys right there to challenge the long and tall Jamo Egilos. There will be a foul called against Marikina. Marikina already with 4 fouls here in the second quarter. We still have 6:38 to go. Matt De Leon, first appearance in this game for Pampanga alongside CSB's Miggy Corteza.
That is a 5th big of Pampanga here in the ball game. That is how deep their big rotation is. Quick Rayson will get another shot off that corner.
That's a second 3 in a span of less than 30 seconds for Pampanga after missing their first 5. Escoto driving to his strong side. Gomez de Leaño couldn't get it from the corner. Escoto is there for the stick back.
Escoto on the right place, on the right time, off that tip. And another guy trying to make a name for himself is Escoto.
Jetro Escoto played close to 10 minutes in their last game against Abra, only scoring 4 points. There's gonna be a timeout here on the floor. Marami pang oras dito sa ating second quarter. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Joe Gomez de Llano against the Abra Weavers in their last game. He had 19 points on 6 out of 9 shooting, 4 out of 7 from downtown, including a couple of rebounds and a couple of assists. He had 11 in their opening game of the season against the Negros Muscovados, but it was just horrible shooting from him in that match. Malaganda naman ang naging bawi niya in that second game. Just was not enough to get them a victory, and they're looking to get that today. Possibly an upset against Pampanga. They are down by 6 though at this point of the second quarter. Rayson finds Egilos inside. Ball ends up with Matt De Leon. De Leon could not hit on the hook shot. Gomez de Llano, this could be a slam. Look out below. Oh my goodness, nabitin tayo doon. Pero 2 points pa rin for Marikina.
I was ready to jump, Javi. I was ready to jump. I was talking to Joe before the ball game. Give me one dunk. Sabi niya, sige, ako bahala. So, I'll be waiting. We have 3 more quarters for a Joe dunk, but that is a good finish coming from Joe. Already 5 points for Joe GDL.
Serrano will try to get that back. That's his second 3-pointer here in the second quarter. Alone 12 puntos na para kay Enzo Serrano.
Much better showing for Enzo Serrano. Getting much more comfortable with his teammates here in today's ball game. Without Balti, he is the focal point of the offense. So, Enzo Serrano really has to step up.
Eloy Tan could not hit from the free throw line. 2 players down on the floor. That's De Leon and Tan. Serrano could get 13 and 14, and he does.
Kahit na bigyan ng dunk ng mga players. So we know Joe and Encho can slam it down. We've seen them all the way from high school to college to the pro levels. But today they're playing it safe here in Rizal.
Tito Marlon Basco pumasok na dito para sa Marikina. Basco, by the way, could be the oldest player here in the league. He's 46 years old. As much as I don't want to talk about age, I just want to prove a point.
Oh, yeah.
That Marlon Basco has been playing ever since Juanito was in kindergarten.
That is how long he has been playing, but he is still competing.
Oh, yeah.
Look, si Marlon Basco, but let's watch this fast break first. Enzo Serrano going all the way with 14 points.
That's our fast break of the game brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. Naging player pa ni Coach Alan to, you know, si Marlon.
I will ask, you know, if my dad has been able to play with him, and he is hearing us. Marlon Basco at 46, competing with the former champions.
And you know what? Marlon Basco was a perennial MVP contender when he was still playing in the PBL. At sumasalpak po yan dati.
Oh, yeah. Marlon Basco is already a name recall. You know, when Marlon Basco, a player yan, you're already sure that he has played long here in Philippine basketball, and he is still proving in 2024 that age is just a number. Getting that last 3, cutting the lead to 6. I wanna know who's younger, Coach Rizal or Marlon Basco?
For sure, si Coach Rizal.
Mas bata pa si Coach Rizal that he is coaching. Baka kuya-kuya na niya natin to eh.
Tapos na si Coach Rizal maglaro, player pa rin si Marlon Basco.
So props to Marlon Basco for taking care of his body. He's moving well for someone his age.
Definitely. Miggy Corteza sinking his second free throw right there to extend the lead 37-29. Batiin muna natin ang mga VIPs ng Pampanga. Senior Deputy Speaker Congressman Dong Gonzales, Team Owner Aurelio A.G. Gonzales III, City Councilor Brent Gonzales, Senior Board Member Mika Gonzales, Vice Governor Lilian Nanay Pineda, Board Member Mylene Pineda, Mayor Esme Pineda, Mayor Rodin Gonzales of Mexico, and Athletic Sports Apparel. The Giant Lanterns get a stop right there. Marikina has had trouble scoring after that Marlon Basco 3-point shot. Purple shirt is down. That's Enzo Serrano. So there's going to be a foul whistled here against Marikina.
Their offense has been working here in this ball game. They are at 51%. They already have 37 points in the first 17 minutes of the ball game, but it's their defense that they have to be able to adjust on in this timeout. So far, they're trying to pull away here in today's ball game.
3 minutes and 10 na lang nalalabid dito sa ating first half. We'll take a short break. Timeout muna tayo.
Online entertainment partner. Anta, the official outfitter of the Mpbl. Suzuki, the official motorcycle of the Mpbl. Sunlight, Gimmicks, and Malton for the real game, our official tournament wall.
Back inside the Inares Center here in Antipolo City as we take a look at the coaching staff and the bench, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Diyan naman ang ating beloved Mpbl leadership led by Captain Mpbl, Commissioner Kenneth Doremdes, and Operations Chief Emerson Oreta. Andyan din si Security Head, the Destroyer, Rudy Distrito. Meanwhile, here in this ball game, Encho Serrano already looking very good in this match, bouncing back from that horrendous performance in their opening game of the season. He has 15 points in this game. Last game against Rizal, he was only good for 6 points on 3 out of 15 shooting. And you know, with these great players, that when they have a bad game, they will do everything in their power to bounce back and make sure that everybody still remembers that they are a force to reckon with. Encho Serrano draining another basket from the outside.
And that is how they are playing the past few minutes here in today's ball game. That is the third three of Pampanga here in this quarter, but Joe GDL wants to keep things close, following his own miss for that offensive rebound. Good effort, good basket coming from Joe.
41-31. Rayson crosses up. Jetro Escoto draws the foul. Rayson just really a talented scorer off the bounce.
So far, Pampanga getting a good rhythm here in the second quarter. Let's watch it again. Joe GDL following up his own miss against two blue shirts. Joe GDL getting his 7th point here in today's ball game.
He snatched that over Kevin Santos.
Oh, yeah.
He's now pushover in terms of jumping.
We know that ever since you were his teammate in Northfield going up to UPIS, this guy can jump.
Hindi ko siya naging teammate
Hindi.
Player ko na siya nun. Coach na ako nun eh.
Okay, so sorry Kuya Habs. Sorry Kuya Habs. I want to take this time to actually greet some of the Quezon Huskers who are watching this game, and also to the management, Carl Bancoro and Don Vito Kapunan. So,
Huwag na yung isa.
Huwag na yung Carl Bancoro.
Hindi yung Jackie Gregorio.
Ay,
Kilala mo ba yun?
Huwag na yun. Baka di pa naliligo yun.
That's a three-pointer right there for Marikina. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Rayson throws it away. Encho Serrano claiming that he got pulled on the jersey, but our referees will not be saying anything. At mukhang may itatawag pa dito. One minute and 49 exactly remaining in the first half. There was a warning called against Encho Serrano for continuous complaining. Jomel Landayan back in the game for Coach Raisel Castro. Sairo Sabale, unang pasok dito for Marikina. Landayan turning the corner. Marlon Vasco from the outside, second three-point shot of the game for Tito Marlon Vasco.
Marlon Vasco stretching out the floor for Marikina, being that stretch 4 guy who can shoot from the outside. That's 2 threes for Marlon Basco here in the second quarter.
Zabale will wait for teammates here. Landayan crosses up Rayson. Igliane tried to go off glass, gets his own miss. Might have gotten blocked from behind, but Igliane getting 2 points and nonetheless 5-0 run in the past couple of possessions for Marikina.
Better execution, better flow, better energy coming from Marikina. We see that 3-pointer coming from Marlon Basco on the left wing. And on the next play, Igliane against 4 blue shirts, putting in the effort, getting that basket over much taller defenders. Marikina has been putting in the energy. They want to keep this game close.
We will stay on the air here. 57 seconds left here in the first half. They are just really giving themselves a chance. That has been the theme for Marikina ever since last year. Didikit lang tayo as much as we can throughout the game hanggang fourth quarter. And then at the very end, tingnan natin kung makakasila tayo.
Oh yeah, and they were able to get a few wins off of that. That's why they were able to enter the playoffs. Let's remember, even without big names, Marikina was in the playoffs in last year's Final 16. So this is a very tough team. They went up against Pampanga and pinahirapan nila itong Pampanga in that first round. So I'm sure they're coming in this ball game wanting to get a win from this Giant Lantern.
Benz Alcoriza back in the game for the Giant Lanterns. J-Boy Gob, unang pasok sa laro na to. Gob first saw action for Pampanga in our preseason tournament last February in General Santos. Landayan now calling out the play here. Joe GDL out of the staggered screens. Gomez Deliano. Jumper is short. Rebound to Renz Alcoriza. Rayson sees ahead. Edso Serrano. Key check right there para sa kanya. He misses on the three-point shot. A chance to write the last sentence of this second chapter for Marikina. Zabale outside to Igliane. Had a three-pointer earlier. 5 seconds left. Landayan tried to split the defense. Foul called against Kurt Rayson. Good thing for Pampanga that they are not yet in the penalty.
It's been a game of runs here in today's ball game. When you thought Pampanga was going to chip away already with that big lead, Marikina all of a sudden gets this minute run, getting the lead all the way down to 4 and possibly even lower with this last play.
2 seconds left. What will Marikina do? Landayan launches it. The prayer is a tad bit too short from way out beyond the three-point line, and that's going to be it for the first 20 minutes of action between Pampanga and Marikina. That man on your screens has been a very, very bad man here in the first half. After only scoring 6 in their game against Rizal, he has scored 18 here in the first half.
Man on the mission, Encho Cirando, wanting to play better after a bad first game. And you know, he's a champion for a reason, and he is here with a mission and getting that first win of the season. 18 points for Encho Cirando.
Has won a championship in multiple levels of basketball here in the Philippines, looking to get Pampanga their first victory. 43-39 is the score. Our halftime score brought to you by GameX.
you're still at the Enara Sports Center ng Antipolo for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis. At mga kaliga, may bago akong balita sa inyo. Ang balitang basketball na ito ay hatid sa atin ng Satellite, the official regional broadcast partner of the Mpbl. Tutok lang sa MPTV Channel 53, available sa Satellite Sakto Load 149 and up. At may mga kasama ako dito ngayon na tutulong sa akin na magkwento sa inyo nito. Si Satellite Territory Sales Manager Zaldi Ekat at si Sir Odi Marasigan, ang Operations Manager ng Green Telcom Rizal. Magandang gabi, mga sirs. Sir, anong sulit sayang offer para sa mga satellite subscribers ang available po today dito sa MPBL?
Sa lahat na nanonood dito sa Enara Center, mapapanood ninyo na po ang MPBL sa satellite, subscribe na at may promo kami na buy one take one load and additional yung discount sa installation. Kaya para sa inyo, bili na.
Okay sir, ano-ano ang mapapanood sa Satellite Sakto Load 149?
Sulit talaga mapapanood ang pag-avail ninyo ng satellite sakto load na 149 dahil sa una-una mapapanood nyo dito ang matitinding laban ng MPBL sa MPTV Channel 53. At bukod dito, maraming channel tulad ng Celestial Movie Channel, tulad ng Cinema One, Kids Channel Tagalays tulad ng DreamWorks, at international channel tulad ng Warner TV. Kaya registered o bumili na dito sa Green Telcom Rizal.
Napakaganda naman pala. Sir Odi, paano po makakapag-subscribe or makakabili ng load ang mga gustong manood ng MPBL at marami pang palabas sa satellite?
Ayun. Available po ang satellite sa amin pong store located po dito po sa Victory Mall dito po sa Antipolo City, Rizal. Available din po doon sa ating mga dealer partners sa iba't ibang area dito sa Rizal. And yun po, meron din po kaming Facebook page. And kung gusto nyo pong mag-avail sa online namin, bisitahin nyo lang po yung Signal Rizal Green Telcom 2. So, yun po.
Alright, maraming salamat Satellite Territory Sales Manager Sir Zaldi Ekat and Operations Manager of Green Telcom Rizal Sir Odi Marasigan. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
MPBL na yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
head-to-head between the Pampanga Giant Lanterns and Marikina, where Pampanga is up by 4, 43 to 39. But Pampanga was actually off to a good start, just like they were in their first game against Rizal. In the first half, J-Mo Egilos became the 29th player to enter the 1,000 points club here in the Mpbl. Encho Serrano waxing hot in those first 20 minutes. He had 18 points, but Marikina storming back in that second period to keep this one close.
Well, this game is a very good game, a game of runs from both teams. Pampanga tried to really get an edge in the first half with their high field goals, but three-point shooting going the side of Marikina. Bench points, everybody stepping up. 20 of the 39 points of Marikina coming off the bench, and all the points off turnovers, less turnovers, +1 para dito sa Marikina. That's why they are really battling it out against the former champions of Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
Guys like Jomel Landayan, Sidney Mosqueda contributing off the bench para kay Coach Raisal Castro to keep this one within a close margin. At Encho Serrano looking to give his team their first victory of the season. Marlon Basco also having his fair share of the offense here para sa Marikina. He had 2 3-pointers sa pagpasok niya sa ating second quarter. Third period now underway here at the Inares Center in Antipolo City. Thank you to everybody watching on MPTV Channel 98 on Signal, Satellite Channel 53, Facebook, YouTube, and on the Filipinas Live app. Pampanga with first possession here in the second half. Raymond Binuya, unang pasok rin sa laro na to for Pampanga. Archie Concepcion to the corner. Binuya for 3. Egilos the offensive rebound quickly inside to Ronan Santos.
That's a good 2-3 zone by Marikina. Very active, very quick on their feet, but that offensive rebound will be a problem on that zone. So Marikina has to be able to locate everybody in terms of boxing out.
Eloy Tan of the 2 screens. Marlon Basco, can he get another one? Yes, sir! Marlon Basco, 3 3-pointers in this game.
Marlon Basco proving that age is just a number. 46 years old, but Marlon Basco is competing with the best of them.
He hasn't missed from the outside tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 45 to 42. Binuya, dangerous pass to the left. Archie Concepcion answers with a 3-pointer of his own.
That will be the best zone breaker if Pampanga can start draining their threes. Archie Concepcion starting out this quarter well.
Marky Gliane, top of the circle against Ronan Santos. The handoff to Eloy Tan. High looping floater won't work. Binuya to the right side. Garcia for 3. Rattles that one through.
With 2 threes, Marikina can be looking to change something here. Their zone has not been working as Pampanga has just drained 2 straight threes.
51 to 42, just like that. It's back to a 9-point lead for the Giant Lanterns. Codinera, first appearance in this game for Marikina. Landayan to the left corner. Marlon Basco! 4 3-point shots in this game.
And everybody is just enjoying the Marlon Basco show. Everybody is a fan. Either you're rooting for Pampanga or you're rooting for Marikina. Marlon Basco with 4 threes in the ball game.
Kalabaw lang daw ang tumatanda, mga kaibigan. Concepcion missing from the outside. Codinera battling out for that rebound. Binuya beating Basco to that board. Garcia, back to Raymond. Egilos wants it down low. That's too close for J-Mo Egilos.
Too long, too strong. Good seal for Egilos. Good position, good pass on the down low. Easy 2 for J-Mo.
3 minutes gone by here in the third quarter. Eloy Tan working the 2-man game with Marlon Basco. Eloy Tan is firing from the outside.
I was waiting for a Marlon Basco pop to a 5th 3.
Binuya throws it away. It will stay though with Pampanga. Jomel Landayan zooming to the left corner to another Marlon Basco trifecta. This lucky fan of the game is brought to you by Buenas. The Marikina crowd loving it here inside the Inares Center.
We have a good Marikina crowd here because this is not far from them. We are in Antipolo. That's why we have a good sizable Marikina crowd here.
Garcia will try to go for another one. That's 2 3-pointers here in the third quarter for Pampanga. 3 actually, 2 coming from MJ Garcia.
That will force Coach Rizal to a timeout. That zone will force a lot of 3-pointers. And if those 3-pointers will be made, and I'm sure adjustments will be done by Marikina, heavy threes, big threes para dito sa Pampanga.
Timeout taken here on the floor. 6 minutes and 35 remaining in the third. Back inside the United Center in Antipolo City. Earlier today, we had the Quezon City Toda Action conquering the Imus Agimat. Now it's our second game of our Monday triple header dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. This is Javi Palanya alongside Coach Jonito Gregorio and Ms. Mika Abisamis. Shoemasters down by 9 points, 11, sorry, against Pampanga right now. Landayan trying to make something happen. Basco trying to fish for a foul.
Just a little too late for Marlon Basco there, but better defense. This is the defense that got Pampanga their championship. Rough and tough, playing physical, and denying a lot of the options of their defense.
Marikina gets a steal on the inbound. Gomez de Leano fakes the handoff and gets 2 points inside.
Joe Gomez de Leano, that he is not only an outside scorer. Joe showing out his post moves in that last play.
56-47. And Santos trying to get inside position against Mark Igliane. Pretty tough for Marikina to have one-on-one coverage against the bigs of Pampanga.
You know, this is a very tall front court para dito sa Pampanga. You have Santos and Egilos. And on the wings, all Garcia and Concepcion are both 6'2" and above as well. So medyo mahirap-hirap na coverage to para dito sa Marikina Shoemasters.
Garcia, this time it's short on the jumper. Marlon Basco with the rebound. Eloy Tan will settle for the 3 in transition. Good line, just a little bit too strong.
That's a shot he needs to take wide open on his rhythm. Just could not get it in that last play.
Pinuya on to MJ Garcia. Concepcion rejects the screen, sidestep, reverse, no good. Egilos is there to clean up the mess.
Rebounding has been a problem the past few plays para dito sa Marikina. They are forcing a lot of stops, but those offensive rebounds is giving Pampanga some second chance opportunities.
Pampanga is a plus 11 in that department, 28-17 in terms of rebounds. Despite the initial stop that Marikina continues to make on Pampanga possessions, it's really that offensive rebounding that Pampanga has been able to get points out of. Eloy Tan, fadeaway jumper, that's good.
It's a good handoff to give Eloy Tan enough space for him to get that jumper off the corner. Oh, that's gonna be a charge. That's good defense coming from Eloy Tan.
Eloy Tan, beautiful story of his career as you take a look at that last play. Igliane handing it off to Eloy Tan and getting the jumper right there. Eloy Tan did not go to a big school in high school, played for EAC, but only in the Team B during his collegiate career. Now, look where he is. The top player, or at least one of the top players for Marikina here in the Mpbl.
That is the story of you should never stop. And you have to keep on dreaming, but you have to work on your dream. And Eloy Tan, not just a good player, someone with a terrific attitude, someone na ang sarap i-coach. That's why, you know, he's given a lot of good opportunities here in Marikina.
Here he is once again. He draws a foul. And that's the beauty of this league. So much teams you could play for. That means there are a lot of opportunities for you to crack a lineup.
You know, ang daming klaseng story dito sa Mpbl. You have guys like Eloy Tan, who's given an opportunity after TV. When you thought your career is over, all of a sudden now, you're one of the main guys of Marikina. There are guys like Marlon Vasco, who has been in and out of the league, has been one of the more respected names, and yet he is here competing against the best team of the league in the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. And of course, you have guys like Brandon Ramirez, who is the best 3-on-3 guy in the Philippines. Now he's playing 5-on-5. So, ang gandaming magandang storyline dito sa Mpbl. That's why we love every game, because we get to experience a different story with every player.
Eloy Tan could not hit on the technical free throw. That was the second infraction on continuous complaining against Pampanga. That's why the T was given. Joe GDL has yet to make a huge impact in this game. Asking for a foul to no avail. Garcia will go left, spin right. Foul called against Marikina.
That's a good read coming from Casajeros. He knows that Garcia loves finishing on the left side, so closing down, forcing him right. And it's better to defend 5-on-5 rather than a 4 versus 3.
Oh, this is not a good sign for Pampanga. Brandon Ramirez is limping back to the bench.
Seems to have gotten hit on the last play. Before that fast break, I think someone hit him around his leg area, if I'm not mistaken. So we do hope na okay lang ito si Brandon Ramirez.
Roland Santos will come in for Brandon. Viernes matched up against Joe Gomez-Diliano. Crossover, back to Roland. Santos, no good on the one-hander. Eloy Tan trying to get past everybody from Pampanga. He loses the basketball. Viernes now, no look to Kevin Santos. The lob, Archie Concepcion for 2.
Good team basketball. That is textbook how to finish a fast break. Almost no dribbles, everybody getting a touch, getting that easy 2 on the inside.
Igliane almost lost it. Mix Castellano, back to Mark. Igliane for 3, yes sir!
That is a second 3 of Igliane. Pampanga has to respect that outside game of Igliane.
Igliane now with 11 points in this game. He was only 2 out of 5 against Abra, good for 6 points. Garcia swings it to the left. Concepcion puts the ball on the deck, floats it up, no good. Ball with Eloy Tan. Transition defense right there for Pampanga. Silas Zabale had time to set himself up. Igliane gets the offensive rebound. Reverse is good.
Igliane making a name for himself in today's ball game.
Score is 60-54. Concepcion trying to get the better of this matchup against Joe GDL. Joe gets the stop. Eloy Tan, another rebound to his name.
That's good one-on-one defense coming from Joe GDL, staying in front of Archie Concepcion, whatever happens.
Gomez-Diliano could not hit from the outside. 2 minutes and change remaining here in the third. Viernes leaves it for Santos. Kevin forces it up. That's another stop for Marikina. The Shoemasters are getting the defensive stops. Eloy Tan, spin, floater. Ooh, that could have been a goaltend. But Eloy Tan, fighting tooth and nail, gets his own miss and draws a foul.
You know, I just love watching this Marikina Shoemasters. Everybody is putting in so much heart in today's ball game. Igliane getting that offensive rebound against 2 guys above 6'5". That is just the heart of every individual here.
That play of the game is brought to you by Buenas. Eloy Tan at the line for 2 shots. Free throw story on your screens. 4 out of 6 make that 5 out of 7 for Marikina. While Pampanga is at 10 out of 14 from the charity stripe. Tan 18 points against the Abra Weavers. Jomel Landayan will come back in for Marikina. Brandon Ramirez is also back in the game, so that's a good sign for the Giant Lanterns. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third period. Ramirez with the pressure release. Brandon will decide to take on Mix Castellano. Forces it up. That's no good.
It's a good physical matchup. Castellano versus Ramirez. Young versus experienced, but both with a really wide frame. So let's see how the physicality will play down.
Almost a seal for Pampanga. Zabale steps back. Baseline J, no good. Pampanga having difficulty pulling away here in this game. Serrano has not been able to score in this quarter, and right on cue, getting his first basket of the second half.
I was looking at you, ready to say na hindi pa siya nakaka-score this quarter, pero sabi niya, mukhang sasabihin na ni Javi, unahan ko na siya, getting that first three of the third quarter.
21 puntos na sa laro na to for Enzo Serrano. Marlon Basco, he still has yet to miss in this game.
Marlon Basco, I was just excited for the pop. I was already seeing it that he was gonna make that shot, and Marlon Basco getting 5 threes on 5 attempts, and he's just proving everybody that he can still play and compete.
Oh my goodness. Everybody here inside the Inares Center just in awe of what is happening inside the court every time this guy is on the floor. This three-point shot by Marlon Basco is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Can someone make a Marlon Basco highlight reel of this ball game? Magbabayad ako para makanood nun.
Alam mo, kung manalo sila dito, baka maging player of the week pa.
Nah, I'm not gonna be surprised. The oldest player of the week in the Mpbl.
Garcia short on the free throw. There's a foul. It's gonna go against Marikina.
And the rebounding has been the problem para dito sa Marikina. They've been playing well offensively. They've been making stops. If they can lessen the rebounds of Pampanga, I'm sure they have a really big chance of getting the win today.
Viernes fakes out Zabale. That's another foul against Marikina, and that puts them over the limit.
Very quiet in this ballgame. Only 8 minutes of play for Jeff Viernes. 1 rebound, 1 assist. You know, I'm very interested to see how Jeff Viernes will adjust to the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Sanay tayo that he is the focal point on every team he plays for. Gets 50 points, holds the ball 78 to 80% of the time. But now he plays for a team with a deep lineup. All 5 guys are talented. So I want to see how Jeff Viernes will be able to adjust eventually dito sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
And that is his first point of the game. Jeff Viernes extending this Pampanga lead to 5. Under 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. Jomel Landayan, who had an impressive first half here for Marikina, orchestrating everything but the shot right there for Jomel Landayan. Pampanga in transition. That's definitely is a push from behind coming from Mix Castellano.
That could have been a highlight. That was a beautiful double cross para dito kay Jomel Landayan. Just could not get enough English to get that shot. And on the other end, MJ Garcia sprinting down, using that advantage to get that foul.
Garcia currently with 6 points on 2 threes. His free throw shooting has been largely in question, at least for this game. That's his first conversion from the line in this match.
You know what I love about MJ Garcia is that this guy sometimes will get a lot of minutes, sometimes will be on that late bench para dito sa Pampanga, but his effort never changes. Same physicality, same energy, same talent para dito kay MJ.
Last shot time for Marikina. They go in a hurry. Pampanga still has ample clock to deal with here for a final shot. Serrano doesn't settle. Serrano goes hard. Serrano misses. Ronan Santos with a tip-in.
Pampanga ending the quarter how it should be. They see a 4 versus 3 advantage, takes advantage of it, and getting that last 2, that's going to be huge as they extend this lead all the way to 9 entering the 4th.
Look at that last play. Serrano faking out Joe GDL, going up strong against Jetro Escoto. But again, boxing out the problem this whole evening for the Marikina Shoe Masters. They're down by 9 points, 68 to 59. The end of the third quarter score is brought to you by GameX. Marlon Basco in this game has not missed. He is immaculate from the outside. 5 out of 5. 15 puntos for Tito Marlon Basco, including 2 rebounds.
Before the game started, I went to our stats chief. Sabi ko, ilang taon na si Marlon Basco? He said 46. And I got surprised. Like, he might be the oldest Mpbl player right now. But he proves that age is just a number, as Marlon Basco has shown in today's ball game that he is still one of the best big men in the Mpbl.
Because how many 46-year-old players can say that they can match wits with everybody playing here in professional basketball? 46 years old and still scoring that way. He hasn't missed from the outside.
No, you just want him to be an inspiration for everybody.
Quarter scoring right there on your screens. 25 to 20 in that third period. MJ Garcia scoring in transition. 70 to 59. Landayan gets the screen from Basco. Re-screen. Landayan swings it to the right side. Escoto, the bounce pass. Igliane, he can hit it. He's failing to knock it down.
Igliane already in double figures here, so Pampanga has to be careful when Igliane pops out.
Serrano doesn't use the screen. Had that knocked away. Marikina to Igliane now. Mark Igliane with 2 points more.
Mark Igliane not really needing a lot of dribbles for him to be able to produce. That is the talent he has, moving well without the ball. But also moving well without the ball is Enzo Serrano getting that drop pass from Brandon Ramirez.
Picture perfect fast break right here for Marikina. Igliane scoring the 2 points of Jetro Escoto. But the answer coming from Pampanga is another transition attack. Enzo Serrano at the line for the bonus.
Mark Igliane is still very young, 15 points, but is one of the SGLs of Marikina, so really competing here in today's game.
Serrano knew that free throw would miss. We know that the most dangerous guy after a free throw is actually the one shooting it. Almost tracked that down. Fortunately, sails out of bounds. Marikina with an opportunity to come closer. Double high screen set up here for Eloy Tan. Joe GDL wants it against Kurt Rayson. Marikina recovers possession. Shot clock winding down. Igliane bounce pass. Escoto could not finish. Gets his own miss. Escoto with 2 points.
Good positioning by Escoto to get an easy 2 right there, following up on his own miss.
Ramirez will challenge the defense of Marlon Basco, and Ramirez gets the N1.
One of the best 3-on-3 players in the country for a reason. We know his skill, we know his talent, we know his physicality. The question is, how will it transfer to the 5-on-5 game? In the first 2 games of the season, mukhang wala namang problema para dito kay Brandon Ramirez.
Ramirez able to complete the three-point play. Let's now go to Mika Besamis.
Gusto ko yung topic nyo. Kaya the Canadian cabinet, as we call him, Brandon Ramirez, played for 23 minutes in their last game with 12 rebounds. He said, I'm still adjusting from 3-on-3 to 5-on-5 because this is the first time he is doing this here since he left Canada. The absence of Balti is definitely giving him the motivation to work things out being a cabinet. And he is happy to be part of this powerhouse as a Kapampangan himself. Javi and Juanito.
Thank you so much, Mika.
Canadian cabinet. I love it. I'm gonna use it.
Sino nagbigay sa kanya ng nickname na yan? Gusto ko alamin kung sino nagbigay ng nickname.
Kailangan natin malaman the next few games.
Gusto ko malaman. At Ramirez has been making a good account of himself so far. Escoto using the right hand. That's his offhand. That's 2 points more for Marikina, but a foul given up here.
Escoto, not one of the main guards, but he just scored 4 straight points para dito sa Marikina, showing that he can finish both with the left and the right. That's a tough finish coming from Escoto.
6 points in this game para sa kanya. More than 2 minutes gone by here in the final frame. Rayson started this game for Coach Pedic Di Matulak. Hands it off to Archie Concepcion. 3-man weave on top here for Pampanga. Serrano spins right. Kick out. Rayson inches closer. One dribble pull-up, no good. Rebound to Escoto. Tried to give it to Eloy Tan, who was zooming to their front court. Unfortunately, Pampanga gets the steal. Rayson will take his time. Kurt Rayson outside. Concepcion. No good on the 3.
It's a good kick out. That's wide open for Archie.
Escoto. Not sure if that pass was intended for Mark Igliane, but he'll be credited with the assist. And Igliane with a basket.
Igliane. We have to highlight this guy as well. He has 18 points here in the ball game, and this young guy is making a name for himself.
Two unlikely players leading the way in this game for Marikina. Mark Igliane and itong si Marlon Basco. So we've gotten word that the Canadian cabinet has come from Brandon Ramirez's former 3x3 teammate, now Abra Weaver, Mac Talio. And Igliane is sizzling here in the fourth quarter. Another three-pointer para sa kanya.
Where did this guy come from? Igliane came off the bench. He tried to produce in the first quarter, but now he's trying to mount a big comeback para dito sa Marikina Shoemasters. That's 6 straight points for Igliane, cutting the lead all the way to just 4 points here in the fourth quarter.
Just when we thought that Pampanga was pulling away, here comes Marikina once again. 5:56 ang nalalabi sa laro na to. We'll take a short break. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fan of the game, just like the Avenus. Do more and achieve more with the muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki, the Avenus. Oras na para magmotor. Welcome back to the Inares Center here in Antipolo City. A first game of your Monday triple header dito sa Marikina Pilipinas Basketball League. Mark Igliane, who was only good for 6 points in their last game against the Abra Weavers, tonight has 21 points in a starting role for Coach Raisel Castro.
This guy is an SGL, so we know that he is still in college. So a very exciting future ahead para dito kay Mark Igliane.
And off the timeout, Encho Serrano wasting no time in trying to attack the basket. He draws a foul. That's one of his specialties. Attacking the rim. Serrano had 18 points in the first half alone. As this free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. If you just tuned in, he was only 3 out of 15 in their first game at against Rizal, which contributed to them losing that match. That was an upset victory by the Golden Coolers. Tonight, Serrano already with 24 points in this game. Igliane, the handoff to Joe GDL. Out to Jomel Landain. Landain tried to get it to Castellano. Here comes Igliane again. That's another three-pointer for Mark Igliane. Serrano on the other side. The answer for Encho, basket and one.
You know, Javi, we were asking to start the ball game. Sino kayang susunod kay Marwin Junicio? And I think we have found our answer. They just crossed Manila from JRU. Now they're going to Mapua, one of the SGLs coming from the Mapua Red Cardinals. Mark Andre Igliane is showing out big time in today's ball game with 24.
What a ball game he's having, but also that guy on the line, Encho Serrano, he has been balling out tonight. 4 out of 6 from the outside. Not really a good percentage from the free throw line, but still his squad is up by 5 right now, 79-74. Here comes Igliane again, this time inside Castellano. Had that stripped away. It will stay with Marikina, with still 14 on their shot clock. Archie Concepcion and Encho Serrano trying to share some strategic thoughts right there as they try to make sure that this game will be in their bag.
Warning on Marikina Shoemasters for improper bench decorum.
The Shoemasters met it with a warning for improper bench decorum.
Shot clock at 14 seconds.
It's still anybody's ball game here. The Shoemasters are 0-2 to start the season after losses to the Negros Muscovados and the Abra Weavers, while Pampanga is 0-1. So both teams still yet to chalk up a victory. Backdoor play. Oh, Jomel Landain once again could not finish inside.
Everything but the shot. That's a good pass. But ito, mababawi ito ni Eloy Tan.
Eloy Tan, 2 points right there for Marikina.
Eloy Tan in this ball game, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Doing a little bit of everything para dito sa Marikina Shoemasters.
Garcia attacks the teeth of the defense. Concepcion, there's another foul on Castellano. That's going to be number 3 on Mix.
Pampanga has to make these free throws if they want to go out with a win. Marikina is making the right decisions here in the end game. They're executing well, they're playing good defense. Now they're getting the rebounds. So here in the end game, Pampanga once again is being challenged by a young and energetic team. And after the loss in that last game, I want to see how they will be adjusting in the late game here in Inares.
You were mentioning the free throws when they're now 16 out of 26.
That is going to be one of the problems here in the ball game. That's already 10 missing. Now they're only up by 3 against an energetic team in Marikina.
Split at the line for Archie Concepcion. 80-76 is the count. The same was the problem for Pampanga in that game against Rizal. In the free throw line, they were only 8 out of 21. That's 38.1%. Here comes Eloy Tan for Marikina. Jumper is drained near the baseline.
Don't look now. This is only a 1-possession ball game in the last 4 minutes of this game.
Serrano, you can see that look on his face. He wants to score. Serrano, short on the floater. Good defense by Castellano.
Now this is a chance for Marikina to take the lead.
Eloy Tan calling out the play. Castellano at the post, looking at his options. This was the play earlier. Tan, unfortunately, this time could not drain the jumper.
That's a good execution para dito sa Marikina. Just could not get the shot. Watch that shot. That has worked for them time and time again. Oh, that is the same play that has been working either from the left side or the right side.
And we bring you our lucky fan of the game, brought to you by Buenas. Ang masama lang dito para sa Marikina, despite them only being down by 2, they're already in the penalty with still 3 minutes and 41 to go.
Oh, they have to be careful because these are free shots para dito sa Pampanga.
Concepcion, he missed his first free throw earlier. This time he makes sure that he knocks this down. One more coming up for Archie Concepcion. Had his dream come true, being drafted in the PBA just last year. Spent some time with the Blackwater Bossing, but is now back with his hometown team, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, and he gives them back a 4-point advantage. Still a lot of basketball to be played. 3 minutes and 27 time on the clock. Eloy Tan up top. Igliane will take it from way downtown. Mark Igliane continues to percolate.
Hello, Mpbl. I am here to play. I am here to show myself. Mark Andre Igliane. What a game.
Oh my goodness. They're down by just 1 point right now, 82 to 81. Serrano has the rock. Hasn't been as explosive here in the second half compared to the first 2 quarters. Egilos could not get it. Oh, another foul called here against Marikina. These fouls have just really been killing them in this game.
It's just the height advantage, the pure length from Pampanga. But let's watch this. That's a few feet away from the 3-point line. Pero wala. The confidence, the game he's playing. Mark Igliane. No, naubusan ako ng adjective sa larong to, Javi.
Incredible, fabulous, awesome, you name it. Mark Igliane is all that and more. 2 minutes and 47 the time remaining in this game. Marikina down by just 1. Babalik ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. We are live from the Inares Center in Antipolo City. This is Javi Palanya alongside Coach Juanito Gregorio and Miss Mika Abisamis. First game of your Monday triple header. Later on, we have, the second game of your Monday triple header. Later, we have Muntinlupa going up against Rizal. Earlier, we had Imus losing to Quezon City. Egilos short on the second free throw, and he gets the miss. Ronald Santos tried to stick it back with a slam to no avail. Joe GDL pulls back. Eloy Tan on the cut. Eloy Tan jumper, couldn't get the roll.
Those are sorry misses para dito kay Eloy Tan. 2 makeable shots for him.
Serrano couldn't get it on the inside hand scoop. Another stop here for Marikina. A chance to tie or take the lead for the guys in white. Basco, who hasn't missed yet in this game from the outside. He's a perfect 5 for 5. Eloy Tan loses Concepcion. Basco to the right side. Igliane, he's been hot here in the fourth. Little heat check. He misses on that 3-point shot.
That had a straight line. Kulang lang ng konti, but that was a good shot coming from Mark Igliane.
Last 2 minutes brought to you by GameX. Serrano now turns the corner. Ooh, it was tapped out of bounds, but it will stay with Pampanga.
They can review this. We are under 2 minutes.
That's correct. Pwedeng i-review to, even without a challenge.
Marikina is not happy with the call there. So let's see what they are trying to see here.
Coach Raisel Castro taking over the reins after being the longtime assistant of Coach Elvis Tolentino here at Marikina. His head coaching debut, Raisel Castro played for FEU in college, was one of the more serviceable big men when he was playing in the PBA, bringing his smarts here to the coaching side of basketball. 1 minute and 43 seconds ang nalalabi dito. This is still anyone's game. Nobody yet assured of a victory, especially with the way Marikina has been answering every call here of Pampanga.
You know, last year, every time Marikina steps on the, every time Pampanga steps on the court, feeling natin tambakan eh. Because this is a very talented team. But this year, everybody is stepping it up. And everybody's just willing to put their hearts out and getting victories. Marikina, a team that's 0-2, trying to challenge the former champions, but now they're only down 2 with 1 and 43 left.
Let's see what happened. Ooh, close call. It looks like Concepcion was already stepping on the line.
Ball possession stays with Pampanga Town Thunders.
Ay, hindi pa pala. Okay.
Almost.
Yung sapatos nakaangat.
Yes. We cannot call out an out of bounds yet.
6.5 though, remaining on the 24 here for Pampanga. Serrano, does he know it? Garcia forced to hoist it up. Ball goes up long.
Hold.
Another foul called against Marikina.
That's a problem because Pampanga's just too tall. So when that ball is up in the air, they have that advantage in getting that basketball. So that is where they're getting a lot of the fouls.
Jmo Egilos, the 29th member of the 1,000 points club here in the Mpbl with all important free throws in this game.
Double-double for Egilos, 11 points and 12 rebounds. But a very important free throw in this next one.
Split at the line for Jmo, 84-81.
Just a one-possession ball game para dito sa Marikina.
Jetro Escoto manning the point guard here for Marikina. Escoto finally uses the Igliani screen. Escoto still has it. Escoto will take it. Too strong. Look at Eloy Tan fighting for that rebound. Joe GDL, that one rims out. Basco draws the foul. That's going to go against Ronan Santos. I believe it's only going to be a baseline inbound here for Marikina.
But those are lucky opportunities para dito sa Marikina. The ball always falls on a white shirt, and this will give another chance for the Shoemasters to either cut into the lead or tie the ball game. 84-81 in favor of Pampanga.
Babalik ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Mark Iglian at 27 points in this game, including 7 out of 9 from the outside, plus 5 rebounds overall. He is 10 out of 13 from the field.
It's one thing to score 27 points, but to do it 10 out of 13, you're an SGL and you're doing it against our champions. What a ball game.
Best game yet of his young Mpbl career. Talking about Mark Igliane. And Marikina still very much in this, only down by 3. Escoto breaks away.
Wow.
What an ATO coming from Coach Raisel Castro.
What a play. What a play. That's just such a beauty on that play by Coach Raisel Castro off the timeout. And this lead is only 1.
84-83. Exactly a minute to go in this game. Escoto taps it away from Enzo Serrano. Here comes Eloy Tan. Eloy Tan gets the lead to Marikina.
And all of a sudden, everybody on their feet here in Inares Antipolo. Marikina wanting to make that comeback. They were down earlier by double digits here in today's ball game, but pure heart, pure feistiness coming from every individual in this white team. Let's look at that after timeout play.
Wow, brilliant play set up right there by Coach Raisal after the timeout. And look at this. Escoto got the basket earlier, gets the stop against Enzo Serrano, and then Eloy Tan making sure that they get 2 points on the break.
Marikina just showing everybody that when you put in the heart, you can match up against anybody. You look at the lineup of Pampanga, former champions, former star players of big schools, former professional players, former PBA players, yet this team has just put in all of their effort in getting that first lead of the ball game with the last 52.6 of the ball game.
They were down by as much as 12 points in this game and getting their first taste of the advantage at the 52.6 second mark of the fourth quarter. Let's see what Pampanga has in store for this possession. Eguilos almost throws that away. Garcia recovers. Eloy Tan is on him like glue. MJ Garcia forcing that one up. Joe GDL, that almost touched the baseline. Marikina with a successful stop. Jetro Escoto, bounce pass to Mark Igliane. Igliane hands it off to Eloy Tan. 26 seconds left. There's a foul against MJ Garcia.
This is huge. This is huge, but it's only going to be the second foul of Pampanga, so they are not in penalty.
Here's what happened there. Garcia trying to knock that ball out of the hands of Eloy Tan. Instead called for a foul. That was only the second team foul of Pampanga. 23 seconds remaining. 11 on the shot clock for the white shirts. Escoto with the rock. Jetro using the Igliane screen. Escoto with the right hand. No good. 9 seconds remaining. Serrano with the basketball. 5 seconds left. Serrano against Escoto. Serrano draws the foul.
Big drive coming from Enzo Serrano. Taking it hard to all of the white shirts, but they have been struggling on that free throw line. So let's see if they can make these last two.
Free throws have been a big problem here in this game para dito sa Pampanga. There's that foul drawn by Serrano. Could have gotten the three-point play, but still he will get 2 free throws here. Check this out again from a different angle. Igliane challenging that shot right there, but still getting called for that foul.
We gotta go back to the last play. Escoto had a good drive, right, finishing right. Just got to the miss, so no timeouts can be taken. Enzo Serrano, quick read, quick presence of mind, wanted to go hard against the recovering defense, getting that foul. So very good decision coming from Enzo Serrano, but this will be a test on his free throws. Today, Enzo Serrano, only 3 out of 6. He is 50% here in today's ball game. So very crucial free throws coming for Enzo Serrano.
The whole Pampanga squad, 21 out of 33. Serrano ties the game on the first free throw.
Very big free throw coming from Enzo Serrano, making that first one. Marikina does not have a timeout. So if Enzo Serrano makes this, they have to be able to run down the court or throw up a heave.
1.2 seconds, the time remaining on the game clock. We are in for a wild finish here at the United Center. Serrano, second free throw on the way. Serrano gets it.
No timeout
Pampanga
left.
back in the lead. 86 to 85. Eloy Tan tasked to inbound. He sees Igliane, and that's it. Pampanga wins. What a finish. Marikina getting their first taste of the lead at the 54-second mark of this game. Pampanga just having the better resolve in the end game. to be able to get their first victory of the season.
But what a way for Pampanga to get their first victory. Going up against a young team, this was a game that was going their way 39 minutes of the way. The last 52 seconds, all of a sudden, Marikina gets that lead. But if there's one guy that was consistent the whole ball game, it's been Encho Cirano from the first to the fourth to that last 2 free throws. He has been the best player of Pampanga. It's been a struggle the first 2 games for the Giant Lanterns, but I'm sure they'll be happy to get a victory today's ball game.
Our best player of the game is brought to you by Buena Serrano with 29 points in this game to lead the way for Pampanga. 18 of them coming in the first half alone. 86-85, our final score, brought to you by GameX. Our best player, Enzo Serrano, is at courtside with Ms. Mika Bisamis.
Our super buenas player of the game is Encho Serrano. Encho, 6 points ka nung last game, no? Today, 29. Pero napakaganda rin talaga ng endgame decisions nitong Marikina.
Ayun nga, talagang tinrabaho ko to. After nung first game namin, nag-training talaga ako ng sobrang hard kasi alam ko na, yun nga, wala nang pantay-pantay na lahat yung team. So, kailangan na talagang pagandaan. So, yun, siguro yun yung kinalabasan talaga.
Napag-usapan mo yung pantay-pantay, kayo talaga ang naging standard para sa season na to, no? Pero pinakita nyo pa rin ang materials nyo, lalo na yung presence of mind mo nung last seconds.
Siguro kailangan kasi hindi ka pwedeng ma-down talaga hanggat may oras. Yun nga, kinakausap ko ng sikat, sabi ko, if matalo kami dito, tatanggapin namin Pero hindi kami bibigay, hindi kami susuko kasi mga sumusuporta sa amin, hindi kami iniiwan kahit matalo kami, wala sila sinasabi sa amin, talagang bumawi lang kami.
Game 2 pa lang, Encho, emotional ka na. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Siyempre, unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako sa Panginoon. Lord, thank you doon sa free throw. Binigay mo na shoot ko. And sa family ko, family Serrano, Caralde, and sa pamangkin ko kay Brian, and sa girlfriend ko kay Zaya Elvita na nanonood ngayon. And sa mga HB Tunay, sa mga tropa ko sa Palit, and yun, kay Gob na andito ngayon para suportahan kami. Yun.
Our buenas player of the game is Encho Serrano. Balik sa inyo, Javi Juanito.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Congratulations once again to Enzo and the Pampanga Giant Lanterns for getting their first victory of the season. Pampanga climbs up to 1-1 while Marikina goes down to 0-3. Up next, it's the Rizal Golden Coolers defending their home court against the Muntinlupa Cagers for the first time this season. Keep it locked in here on the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.